What's going on, America? This is Kevin from Kevin's Corner, where I try to make sense out of nonsense. And didn't I tell y'all that Iran, they didn't really want no drama? They weren't froggy. They didn't jump. See, the Democrats have been spending all of their time, and of course, the funky, crooked, dirty, nasty, stinking liberal media, been spending all their time trying to get everybody up in a tizzy about President Trump's decision when it came to Soleimani. Now, if you listen to them right now, it should be straight World War III, and President Trump flies off the cuff and just start killing folks randomly. And as a result, Iran is going to respond and blow us all off the map. Or it's going to turn into World War III, straight up D-Day, flying in, dropping parachute troops out of the sky, coming up on the beach, and none of that happened. All the predictions that were out there of what would happen and how crazy of a decision this is. In fact, Congress, at least the Democratic part of Congress, is going so far to say we need resolutions to stop president's ability to declare war and respond and things like that. So basically, they want to handicap and handcuff the president when it comes down to doing what he feels is necessary to protect us as citizens and people abroad. So they went through all of this and the hoops and the jumping and the incitement and what President Trump pretty much assassinated a wonderful person. They went through all of that. And once again, President Trump's judgment was sound. He knew that, hey, if I smack him in the mouth real hard, of course they got to go through the motions. Of course they got to show like we are very strong. Don't do it. We will show the Americans that they cannot do this to us. We will respond. They went through all of that, and we expected it, and they started shooting off rockets yesterday. But just surprisingly, these rockets happened to miss almost all their targets. And they killed no one. Now, why do you think that is? Do you think it's because they're just that incompetent? I mean, if they're that incompetent to miss that many times, whoever is the person over the rocket fighters should be firing those guys. These guys are fired. And in that country, it might even be worse. What do you mean you miss everything? Up, you know what, to the gallows. So for them to miss all of that, you can only conclude that that was just a fireworks show. It was designed to show the people, look, we're doing something. That's right, we're not going to take this land down. We're not going to take it and all of that, but led to nothing. And so President Trump, in all of his wisdom, proved several things. Number one, he exposed the fact that they don't really want to scrap. They really understand how detrimental it would be to them if they were to overcommit to a response with the United States. They were out there yesterday shadow boxing, swinging at the air. That's what they were doing. They were that dog behind the fence barking. They was the guy in the gym just doing a whole bunch of these and, all of that, but wasn't hitting anything. So that showed us as Americans, and it should have showed the darn dirty, nasty, crooked, funky liberal media and the Democrats that his decision was smart and wise. You know why? Because that country only recognizes strength. They don't recognize a whole bunch of appeasement. They don't recognize a whole bunch of false and idle threats. They recognize the foot up the butt. And by doing what he did, put them on notice that, hey, you can keep poking the bear if you want, but at some point, this bear is going to turn around and bite your head off. So he put them on notice, but it also showed that his decision-making is sound, and that if the Democrats would leave him alone, get on board, the liberal media, if they would be fair and unbiased, we would have a president that is praised for keeping us safe, for making good decisions, keeping us out of serious war, and making sure other countries respect us and not take advantage of our kindness, not take advantage of our ability to not overreact and quickly respond. We got a fair president now. And if they're smart, some of these countries that are rogue countries, kind of play by their own rules, don't want to play nice on the playground. If they were smart, they would reel in the nasty attitude and all the threats and the years of negative behavior and say, let's take advantage of this opportunity to negotiate some things that we probably couldn't have gotten out of other presidents. Because at the end of the day, President Trump is saying, look, why are we all fighting? Can't we all get along and all benefit and prosper? I hook you up, you hook us up. Why are we scrapping? What's the big deal? If people would let down their motivations of religious dominance and all the other ideologies that drive some of these negative and rogue countries, if they let that stuff down and focus on the betterment of lives with their people. We want to better our people's lives instead of better our own pockets or push another religious agenda or whatever. If they would do that, they could probably cut some great deals. But what this also does, it should silence the mouth of all of his critics like Joe Biden and of course Elizabeth Warren and all of them. For them to go forward and still try to do this resolution for no reason, didn't even get the intel. They immediately just assumed that whatever decision made Trump do this was just ill-advised. I mean, this man just probably was like, man, or Mr. President, we got a briefing for you today. Man, I don't need all that. You ain't gonna brief me on nothing I don't already know. Now, I just feel like killing today. So let's start killing. That's what they want us to believe, and they got to reel in his power somehow. This goes to show that those idiots have no idea what's going on. They don't care about what's going on. They did the same thing as they did with the impeachment. We don't need to see the transcripts. Let's just go ahead and start impeachment. You know, this is what the Democrats are all about. And it once again highlights that they're about political games. They're about power. They're about trying to oppose the president. They don't care about the people. They don't care about none of these things because guess what? Instead of doing what the intel community should have been doing, is getting briefed on what was going on, these knuckleheads were running around talking about impeachment. So then when things like this take place and they talk about, why won't we inform? Because you didn't want to know. You was running around trying to impeach the president. You didn't care about real issues. And what really makes me sick is when they act as if they're upset that President Trump didn't include them in on it. The same people who've been leaking to the press, taking every opportunity to stifle the president, undermine him. These people, I mean, you would think they would have known anyway. They probably got all kind of whistleblowers in there. Well, we got the word on the street shift that President Trump's planning something, you know. So they didn't know about that. Well, I mean, y'all got all your little spies and stuff running around. So we'll see how this goes forward. But I guarantee you this, the Iranians are like, hey, you know what? I bet you they called President Trump prior to, like, listen, okay, now, you know, we got to do something, okay? And my people, they ain't going to respect us if we don't do something. So I need y'all to get all your people out the way. We going to just put on a little show, you know, a little flexing, that's all. Shoot some rockets off. Now, you might hear some negative stuff. You might hear me talking trash. But it ain't real. Just understand it's all theater. It's fiction. You know what I'm saying? I'm just out there shadow boxing. You know, that's all I'm doing. So we're going to blow up some hills and some mountains and things like that. And then afterwards, we're going to do a press conference, tell the people we handle things. You okay with that, Trump? Because y'all ain't got to act up now. You ain't got to return. Okay? Just understand, we ain't going to hurt nobody. Okay? All right. Okay. And I bet you they did that. And so Trump came out today, and he had a wonderful response. He said, look, first things first. Even though we're not going to move forward on putting some foots up some tails, but we are going to tell you we ain't going to let you get no nuclear weapon developed on our watch. And as far as everything else, why can't y'all just bring your butts back to the table, negotiate a fair deal, unlike the one that was negotiated with Obama, and we can all get along. And if not, y'all mind y'all business over there. We mind our business, and all of this stuff can go away. But one thing that is sure is that particular terrorist is off the board. He's the chess player that's been removed, and it didn't cost us nothing. Just like it's a pretty big price to pay for America. I mean, who knows what Iran is going to do? Lives can be lost. Only life was lost was his life and a couple other people. But what I mean, him being an important key to terrorism and a person who have been killing Americans, Iranians, and others for a long time. He was a major chess piece on the board, and he was removed. And as a result, Iran just got mad and blew up some hills and some area around our base or our camp or whatever, and just to save face. And that sounds like it might be the end of it. I'm thinking that might just wrap it all up. And now let's see how the Democrats judge President Trump's decision. Let's see how the media come back and judge his decision, because you know they was all hoping for the worst. I hope that it just turns into a full-blown escalation. I hope American lives are lost so we can all be like, our boys and women are being killed because of Trump. They're killed because of Trump. They were hoping for the worst, and yet once again they're proven to be idiots. They sound like a bunch of hee-haw donkeys. They got the perfect animal to represent them, the jackass. Now, you've been listening to Kevin at Kevin's Corner. Check me out every Wednesday night live in Kevin's Corner. Matter of fact, tonight, now I'm down in Missouri. I'm down in St. Louis, actually. So I'm going to be going live early down here. It'll be 6:30 here, 7:30 my normal time. And I'll be live on Facebook, and I believe I'm going to try to rock it on I'm going to rock it on YouTube and Facebook. Don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, and the notification button. Make sure you still subscribe. Make sure the notifications are set for all. Check out Extreme Tees, my sponsor. If you like something, click on it, put my name in the promo code, you get a 20% discount. And let me see what else. Oh, if you want to donate to Kevin and Kevin's Corner, feel free. There are links in the bottom of this video to do that. And I think that might be it. You can find me on Facebook and the Twitter. All right. God bless. See you next time in Kevin's Corner.